department. And that is that mass emailing that I talked about through our engineering services capital projects manager. By the way, his name is Dave Wegman.
Okay.
Wegmann, and he is who you need to contact to get on that list.
Okay.
If you can't contact him, contact our main number and we'll make sure you get in touch. But those are information that we send out to professional services firms.
Right.
We usually have a 15-page maximum for a response.
Okay.
Those responses are reviewed and they're scored. That scoring criteria goes out with a solicitation, and the requests for qualifications are usually ranked based on score.
Okay.
We also look at how much work that firm has gotten.
Right.
We definitely look at the minority participation within that response.
Okay.
And those are awarded by Commissioner's Court, and we encourage everybody to stay abreast of those, because that's where we have the discretionary ability to move some smaller firms forward in our professional services.
That's good stuff. Yeah, somebody needed to hear that. Now, what are the usual? I want to go for my vendors out there,
Sure.
my small businesses. If they have a question while filing this request for the quote, bid or proposal document, can they contact you or your staff?
Well, on the IFBs and the RFPs, the invitations for bid and the request for proposals, there is a formal process.
Okay.
So they have to follow that formal process that's in that solicitation, and those questions usually go through the purchasing department. On the request for qualifications, those can come directly to us.
Okay.
There'll be a time frame with which you can submit the questions, and then we will disseminate the answers to everyone that is involved in that process.
Okay. Now, what are the the usual insurance requirements?
So on professional services, we always require, and again, let me back up. This is a district attorney's office that tells us what we can and can't use for insurance, and a risk manager is involved.
Okay.
So on professional services, the typical insurance is $1 million general liability per occurrence,
Okay.
$2 million aggregate,
Right.
and then professional insurance is $1 million for each occurrence. Now on your invitations for bid and your RFPs, we do require bonding, both performance bond and payment bonds.
Okay. Now, that's what I wanted to ask too. Also, now for all projects, are these bonds required for all projects?
Not for professional services, but for invitations for bid and for proposals, they are. And of course, they're dependent upon the cost or the price of the solicitation. So, the smaller projects won't require nearly the large amount of bonds that a large construction project would require.
Okay, well, do you want to add any note to some of the things that Public Works is looking for and doing right now?
Well, first of all, we want to encourage local growth, local firms. We want to make that process inviting for people to come in. I highly recommend that you, as I said before, contact our engineering services manager, Dave Wegman, so that he can provide you the information that we need to put you on that mass email list.
Right.
That can all be done through the Public Works website. If you go to www.bexar.org, there'll be a link to Public Works, and it'll walk you through the steps to get on that list. And again, if you're interested in construction opportunities, please go to civcast.com, which is our plan room, and you can see the plans that are out there, the projects that are out there, as well as who now has downloaded those plans for possible teaming.
Well, Ms. Green, I want to thank you. This is our Bexar County Engineer, Director of Public Works. We're going to be coming back. We're going to take a little short break. We'll be coming back right here at the 2017 Bexar County Business Conference. Thank you, Ms. Green.
Thank you so much, Keith. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you. Stay logged on.
Mayor Rodner. County Judge Nelson Wolf inviting you to the Bexar County Business Conference. This is the biggest business event in South Texas with 150 federal, state, and local agencies and private companies.
And the CPS Energy Veterans Business and Resource Center can help new and existing veteran business owners for success.
So join us at the Freeman, Wednesday, December the 6th.
Admission and parking are free and anyone can attend.
Presented by Bexar County in partnership with UHS, the City of San Antonio, and CPS Energy.
This is Mayor Ron Nirenberg.
Hello, I am Commissioner Paul Elizondo. Welcome to Bexar County. We are here to help you start and grow your small business with the information and resources in the following video.
Bexar County is committed to working with small, minority-owned, women-owned, and veteran-owned businesses, as well as disadvantaged business enterprises and historically underutilized businesses. Our goal is to work together with business owners, regional partners, state and federal agencies, and other resources to deliver the best environment for entrepreneurs and small businesses. Meet the Bexar County Purchasing Agent, Mary Quinones.
Hi, I'm Mary Quinones, Purchasing Agent for Bexar County. I'd like to take this opportunity to encourage you to register at our supplier portal at www.bexar.org in order to get bids and solicitations from the Bexar County Purchasing Department. At this time, I would also like to thank you, and we look forward to doing business with you in the future.
So now that you've met our purchasing agent and have seen how to register as a vendor with Bexar County, let's look a bit closer at the options in the supplier portal. On the left side of the page, you see the option of logging in, recovering your username if you forgot, and the option to register as a vendor. The Events tab contains open and active solicitations, including requests for proposal, requests for qualifications, and invitations for bid. To view the events that are currently active, click Browse Open Events. To review past events or bid opportunities, click on the Search Events link. This page contains information on contracts that are pending award, have been awarded, or have closed. Now that you're registered as a vendor and know how to use the Bexar County Supplier Portal, let's look at the links on the Doing Business with Bexar County webpage that can help you identify opportunities for your business. There are many links for you to explore based on the industry or field your business operates in, such as goods and commodities, professional services, facilities management, and construction. Take a look at the resources listed on here to identify opportunities for your business. Another way of accessing county opportunities is through cooperative purchasing, better known as co-ops. These groups and more information on their requirements are listed on this site. Finally, be sure to register on the Contract and Diversity Management System, an online directory of small, minority, women, and veteran-owned businesses. This system is designed for county personnel, businesses, and individuals to identify and reach out to SMWBEs for opportunities, partnerships, and more. So now that you've met our purchasing agent, we also encourage you to operate your business in a secure environment. Bexar County District Attorney's Office provides assistance with reporting hot checks and prosecuting other white-collar crime impacting your business. Now let's listen to our sheriff and find out about the programs they offer.
Hello, I'm Sheriff Javier Salazar. Welcome to the Bexar County Small Business and Entrepreneurship Department. The key aspect to making sure that your business is successful is setting up key safeguards right from the start. Learn how to address and prevent more traditional crimes like theft, robbery, and even employee pilferage. Learn how even you, as a small business owner, can address more global issues like human trafficking, identity theft, and even terrorism, and also learn how you can work together with Bexar County law enforcement to make Bexar County a safer place to live, work, and play. Thank you for watching. We wish you much success in your business venture.
You can find not only this information, but other lists of upcoming events of interest to SMWBE at www.bexar.org/SMWBE. It also offers forums for the community to express its concerns and needs related to the Bexar County procurement process and to share ideas about how SMWBE may better participate in that process.
Here are a few testimonials of how our SWIMBY program has impacted local businesses.
The main way the Small Minority Business Program has helped us is giving us information on how the process works. For example, how do you respond to an RFP? What is an RFP? We've done a great job in the private sector contracting with our company, but on the government side, we've been out of the ball game. So what SWIMBY does is put you in front of decision makers. They have conferences, seminars all year long, and the networking piece is very important. If people know you sort of informally, they may be more apt to take a bid from you. And I think that the SWIMBY has provided us that platform to get to know more people, bid on projects that are in the county. They also put us in contact face-to-face with state, county, federal agencies who can actually make a decision. And so that's a big part of what we do, and we've been very successful. We think the networking is the key component. We've learned and picked up a lot of business just by being in a conference and finding out what other folks are doing. And we found out one thing: everybody likes to eat, and we're in the catering business, and so we're able to present our wares right there, and we've been very successful in that program.
I highly recommend any starting business or small business that wants to achieve the next level of growth to start with the Basic of Constructions course. Then participate in the 2-year program, Mentor Protege program for small businesses. Having access once a month for 2 years to CEOs, CFOs, project managers, vice presidents, and large business owners is an experience that very few small businesses will ever have access to.
AGC has had a long-time relationship with the department. In fact, we've worked closely with the department for over 10 years to help promote small, minority, and women-owned businesses in the construction industry in Bexar County. Specifically, I would recommend programs like the Basics and the Mentor Protege program for small, minority, and women-owned construction firms in Bexar County.
Call us today at 210-335-2478 or visit www.bear.org/smwbe for more information.
I'm County Manager David Smith, and thank you for watching.
Hello, I'm Commissioner Kevin Wolf. Welcome to Bexar County. We're here to help you start and grow your small business with the information and resources in the following video. Hello, I'm Commissioner Kevin Wolf. Welcome to Bexar County. We're here to help you start and grow your small business with the information and resources in the following video. Bexar County supports our small business owners and entrepreneurs chasing their piece of the American dream. The information in this video will help get you started on the path to success.
This is Jim. Jim is like you. He has a great business idea, and the first thing he asked was, what do I need to do to start a business? First, name your business. Now that you have chosen a business name, let's take a trip to the Bexar County Clerk's Office, located at 101 West Nueva, Suite 120, 210-335-2223. Here, you can check to see if your business name is available and file your Assumed Name Certificate, or DBA. The next step is to acquire your Employer Identification Number, or EIN. This will identify your business to the IRS for tax purposes. Don't forget, do not use your Social Security number to do business. Use your EIN. Next, you will use your EIN to help open a business bank account. You can obtain your EIN either online at www.irs.gov or the local San Antonio IRS Tax Office, located at 8626 Tesoro Drive. Now, go make your dream a reality and take the first step to start your business today. Listen to how working with Bexar County helped local business to grow.
This department has helped me unbelievably. It has allowed me to compete in areas and businesses that I would not have an opportunity to do so. Without SWIMBY, I would not have been able to learn and grow in an environment that allows me to grow at a different level. I can compete and have competed with large brokerage houses because of SWIMBY.
Well, this program is an awesome way of empowering any business, especially ours, because we kind of fit a niche market. But it empowers the individual who wants to do business at all levels, starting with the county, the city, and moving up to state and federal, to really become a vendor and also see the transparency of how to go through the motions of doing those things.
The Small Business Development Department has been invaluable to our company in regards to growing ourselves in finances, business planning, bid proposals, and in particularly involving ourselves with the Bexar County Mentor Protege Program. It was before starting or finding out about the Small Business Department, we started our own business, kind of learning it a step at a time and probably in the not most organized fashion. But through word of mouth, finding out about the Small Business Department, it accelerated our business.
If you have been in business at least 2 years or more in the construction industry, I would highly recommend the Mentor Protege Program with Bexar County. It would help you strengthen your administration and operation part of the business.
Call us today at 210-335-2478 or visit www.bear.org/SMWBE for more information.
tuning right back to this 2017 Bexar County Business Conference. Yes, the sheriff is in the building. Our Bexar County Sheriff, Sheriff Javier Salazar, is right here on BVN for this event. How you doing, Sheriff?
Good, man. I'm good, Keith. How about you?
Man, good to see you, Sheriff.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, man. Looking good in the uniform. Let's go right into it. Tell my viewers a little bit about the department responsibilities at the Sheriff's
Okay,
office.
well, as Bexar County Sheriff, let me give you, I got several responsibilities, man.
Okay.
I mean, it's a lot of stuff to take in.
Right.
So, my main responsibility is to provide police services to the unincorporated areas of Bexar County. So basically what? The donut that's around San Antonio, right?
Okay.
But I see my responsibility being a little bit broader than that as far as that enforcement activity goes. Yes, that's my primary area of responsibility.
Okay.
But really the whole county is my responsibility,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So, the 1.8 million residents of Bexar County all pay my salary. I'm protecting 1.8 million of them, all of them. And so we're responsible for calls for service outside the incorporated areas.
Right.
But we're also acting proactively within the incorporated areas.
Okay.
Community policing, running warrants, issuing civil process, executing civil process.
Right.
So basically, we have run of the entire county, man. And in addition to that,
entire county.
oh, absolutely, the whole county.
Wow.
Working with other agencies, the SAPD, of course, like on the Violent Crimes Task Force that we're doing in certain parts of town.
Right.
Working with smaller agencies, Live Oak, Converse, Leon Valley, Balcones Heights. There's over 30 law enforcement agencies that share jurisdiction here in Bexar County. I work with every last one of them.
Every last one.
Federal, state, and local.
Wow.
In addition to that, we run the Bexar County Jail.
Okay.
So at any given time, we've got anywhere from 4,000 to 4,500 inmates in the Bexar County Jail for various offenses.
Okay.
Some of them are there pre-trial, of course, so they're innocent until proven guilty.
Yes, sir.
Correct. But
Yes,
they're there
sir.
for a litany of charges from minor stuff all the way on up to capital murder.
Right.
And we've also got some people that are serving out sentences there at the Bexar County Jail. So about 4,500 is our capacity. And right now we're at about 90% capacity.
90%
About 90%,
capacity
man,
at
yeah.
the county jail?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Wow.
So, to help us do all of that stuff within the county, I've got about 1,800 employees.
Okay.
Law enforcement officers, detention officers, and civilian support staff.
Okay.
That we oversee.
Good stuff. Now, you mentioned a lot of things that you're responsible for.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the public wasn't previously aware, but what's the traditional sheriff's office associated with when we talk about your biggest responsibility? Crime prevention.
Crime prevention's a big one.
Let's touch on the crime prevention because we want our viewers to know exactly what you're doing when we talk about it.
As law enforcement, if we're just responsive,
Right.
if we're just sitting around waiting for somebody to call 911 or hit the panic alarm on their alarm system,
Okay.
we're not really doing anything to prevent crime. We're basically now that dog that's chasing our tail, right?
Okay.
We're never going to make progress on it. So we like to act proactively here, prevent crime where possible.
Okay.
So we're training our officers on how to do it, but more importantly, we're training the public on how to prevent crime.
Right.
And so let me give you an example of one of the things that we're doing.
Feel free.
Social media, we started a hashtag campaign called hashtag 9 p.m. routine. Well,
Okay.
what's your 9 p.m. routine? Because we put it out just about every night on social media.
Right.
Nextdoor, Facebook, which we can talk about. But we put it out on social media. 9 p.m. routine, everybody. Go outside, remove anything valuable from your car,
Okay.
lock the doors, and keep the keys with you. People say, well, that's common sense. It is common sense.
Correct.
But we've seen rashes of car burglaries in certain parts of town where the burglars are only targeting cars that are unlocked.
Wow.
And so they're coming through the neighborhood. The MO that we've seen is they'll unload 4 or 5 guys, maybe even 6 guys at the end of the street from a minivan.
Right.
They jump out and they just walk down the street checking car doors. And if it's open, if it's unlocked, they steal whatever's inside. If the keys are inside, believe it or not, that happens, they'll steal the car.
Wow.
So, by just simply educating the public, reminding them what's important, we're preventing a lot of these crimes from happening.
Yeah, now, I want my viewers to know also, the importance of safe community for a successful small business.
Oh, absolutely.
Sheriff.
Absolutely.
That's very important that we touch on that.
It is. So the small businesses, as you know, man, many times they in some communities they determine the flavor of the community. What kind of a community is this? And the businesses that are there will determine that for us. Sometimes they serve as the social center of the community. Like think about an old school barbershop, right?
Yeah.
Where everybody goes to just
of
hang out, chill, and talk and laugh and enjoy. That's the social center of that neighborhood. If that small business, whatever it is, if it's that barbershop or the mom and pop liquor store,
if that goes away,
Yeah.
so does a good portion of that neighborhood. And so that creates a vacuum in that neighborhood, and sometimes organized crime will come in and take over that to fill that vacuum. So it's important to us to teach these communities how to protect themselves, or I'm sorry, these businesses, to teach them how to protect themselves from being victims of crime. Because many times if a small business keeps taking that hit, getting hit by burglars or robbers or whatever, they may have to raise their prices to keep up with the loss that they're experiencing through crime, or they may close up shop and say, you know what, this is not worth it here, we're going to move to another part of town, and that could be devastating to a community.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you touched on that, Sheriff, because those little small businesses, the mom and pop spots, are the fabric of the community.
It's the lifeblood of any community.
Yes, it is. They are the fabric of the community.
Yeah.
Now I want to ask you, speaking of safe communities, enhanced quality of life, can you speak on new programs designed to recognize the small businesses operating as safe, secure entities in the city?
Yeah, man, we've got something that's baking right now at the sheriff's office. I mean, we just started. I've just only been in office about 11 months now.
Yeah.
But we've got a program that's in its infancy stages, and we're calling it the Bexar County Sheriff's Gold Badge Certification Program.
The Gold Badge
Certification Program. And I can't give too many details because it's very new. But we're going to be working with the various chambers, various business groups, people like the South Texas Merchants Association, the Hotel, Motel, Restaurant and the Restaurant Associations to work on best practices for crime prevention.
Right.
You'll be hearing a lot more of it as it unfolds, but we're forging partnerships everywhere we go because, as you mentioned, commerce is important, business is important.
Yes, it is.
Every business is important to what we do here, no matter the size of it, whether it's USAA or a mom and pop convenience store on the corner.
Yeah, those are some of the things that you brought at the sheriff's office.
Yes, sir.
Now let's, in the past you've mentioned that a small business owner, his or her employees and individuals can impact the major issues such as drug trade, human trafficking. Can you speak on the importance of awareness and communications for small business at your office in the aid of a major crime prevention?
Yeah, absolutely. So when we talk about crime prevention, let's talk about a small hotel motel somewhere right in town.
Okay.
Well, we need to teach them how to protect themselves from being victims of crime, for sure. How to make sure that your front office is protected in the event of a robbery. How to prevent that robbery from occurring. What to do in the aftermath of that robbery. How to protect yourself against unfortunate employee pilferage, which does occur sometimes.
It does happen.
So we need to teach them that.
Right.
But what a lot of business owners don't realize is that they may be in a position to spot other kinds of crime and report it to us.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now, hotel motel people are in a perfect position to spot things like human trafficking. Domestic child sex trafficking. They're in a perfect position to see that because a lot of these times these folks are bedding down for the night or setting up shop in one of these small hotel motels. If they know the warning signs to look for, they can give us a call and possibly even save a life of a child, man, that's a victim of
Now, Sheriff, even at a truck stop, because this is Texas.
Yes.
We got Flying J's and we got all these truck stops throughout this, the region of Texas. How important is it to stay on, these truck stops too with the sex trafficking?
I'll tell you what, man, truckers are some of the best eyes and ears we have out there. Because they may strike up a conversation with another truck driver there in the truck stop, or one of the employees may strike up a conversation with a truck driver that they may be asking him questions that a normal truck driver should know, and this cat just doesn't know the lingo. He doesn't know how to properly back up a trailer. Warning signs that say, man, something's up with this guy. He's not a real trucker. We come to find out this guy's a drug trafficker or a human trafficker with a carload of human trafficking victims in the back of his truck. We need to have that relationship to where they recognize the signs of what to do, of what's going on, and then they know who to call to report it.
Yeah, signs and symptoms.
Oh, absolutely,
man, they are so important.
Absolutely, and I can tell you right now, we just had this tragedy that happened earlier this year with that 18-wheeler with the victims in it. We had people lose their lives, man. And I can tell you right now, there were a lot of owners of businesses and truck stop owners, other truck drivers that saw that on TV and went, I've seen 100 trailers with those same indicators in my career, and if they'd have just known who to call, or if they'd have felt the confidence to speak up, we could have saved some lives. So the important thing is moving forward to teach people what to look out for.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Now, Sheriff, you've certainly got a handle on community policing and engagement. I'd like to turn the focus on the procurement now at the sheriff's office.
Okay, sure.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the procurement at the sheriff's office. You know, what's the responsible for much more than just patrolling? You know, with the administrative office.
I mean, I'll tell you. So just like any other office, we've got needs. We've got to buy copier paper. We got to buy copiers. We got to buy, pens, pencils, desk calendars, all that kind of thing, the traditional stuff.
Right.
What about handcuffs? Where do we get our handcuffs? We buy thousands of pairs of handcuffs at any given time. We also, because we're running a jail, soap, shampoo, dispensers for soap and shampoo, towels, linens, jail uniforms. Those all have to come from somewhere, and that's part of the procurement process.
Yeah, and you just touched on that because I wanted to touch on that, some of the needs that the facility needs when we talk about procurement, but also, you know, some of the services and commodities. What's some of the other things that the sheriff's office purchases?
I tell you, cars, tires,
okay,
motor oil for those cars,
right,
the lights that go on them, the decals on the sides. I mean, we buy, I bet you, thousands, if not millions of products any given year. From small stuff to big stuff.
Yeah, that's good for those people that are in that industry. Now, regarding trade services, Sheriff, such as maintaining HVAC units and the facilities such as jail, substations, etc., does your office handle these solicitations?
Well, there's a county department that handles that for everybody, and it's our county purchasing folks. That you can reach them at 210-335-2211.
Okay, and tell them that number again, Sheriff.
210-335-2211.
Okay.
They handle our county purchasing, our RFPs and all that kind of stuff. It's also on the Bexar County website. If you want to do business with the county at large, or with any one of the dozens of departments that we have, if you want to do business, that's the place to start with purchasing.
Okay. Yeah. Now you just said it, and I want you to repeat that because my next question was where does the sheriff office publish the solicitations for goods and services?
Well, we do it through purchasing. They'll do it online and through all the various publications that they utilize. But again, the number to get started is 210-335-2211.
Okay. Now, how does your department actually issue invitations for bids?
Through purchasing.
Through purchasing. Everything's going through purchasing.
They handle that, and they just let me handle the protecting and serving part.
Even the RFPs?
Yeah. We just kind of let them know what it is that we're looking for, and then they handle the RFP process.
Okay. Tell them that number again, because this is like the same question, but it's the same department, Sheriff, that's handling that.
The phone number is 210-335-2211, or check out the website www.bear.org. That's BEXAR.org.
Now, Sheriff, if a vendor has a question while filing a request for a quote or a bid or proposal document, can they contact you or your staff, or they got to go back to that same number?
They may be able to contact me or my staff. Again, sometimes we may be limited on what we can talk about when we're talking to a vendor. Right. So their best bet may be to check with the procurement, the purchasing people, see if they can answer the question.
Right.
If need be, they can call the Sheriff's Administration at 335-6010, 210-335-6010. We can certainly try to answer some questions, but the purchasing people may be the more appropriate people to talk to.
Now, Sheriff, you've been making an impact in the city since you came in as our new county sheriff. What are some of the things that are on the agenda for the new year 2018 when we talk about the sheriff? You don't have to touch on everything,
no,
Sheriff,
it's good stuff,
but just touch on a few things because I want our viewers to know what you're doing here in the city.
I'll tell you some of our top priorities for the law enforcement, for the sheriff's office. Training for our deputies. Okay. When I came in, we weren't doing nearly enough training for our deputies.
Right.
And people say, well, gosh, law enforcement training is an expensive undertaking. Yeah, but lack of training in a law enforcement agency is also expensive.
Yeah.
If you think about it,
yes, sir.
Some of the issues that we've seen in the nation, if we could just train our officers a little bit better to avoid these situations, it's going to come out a lot better in the long run, and we're going to save some lives.
Wow.
So we're actually almost doubling the amount of training hours our deputies are going to be spending in the classroom for in-service training, annual in-service training.
Okay.
From about 20 to 24 hours to 40 hours a year is what they're going to be spending in the classroom, learning things like normal police tactics that we'd have to learn, qualifying with weapons, things like that.
Right.
But things like mental health training for our deputies, how to recognize signs and symptoms of certain diseases in the public that we're dealing with, de-escalation training, use of force training, shoot, don't shoot, which is just a priceless skill that you can train your deputies in. That's what we're going to be doing. We're also as far as our civilian staff, we're going to be undertaking a very aggressive approach to customer service.
Okay. That's good.
1.8 million residents in Bexar County. We got 1.8 million customers that need to be satisfied on a daily basis.
Right.
And we may only have one opportunity to make that impression with the public that we serve. And so we better be putting our best foot forward. We're going to be spending a lot of time training our civilian staff and anybody that deals with the public either by phone or face-to-face on face-to-face customer service training.
Customer
service, man.
Just some of the basic stuff, huh?
Basic stuff. Just be nice. Just be nice. But you know, sometimes we got to be reminded the best ways to do it. And you know, yeah, you may get some people that come at us angry or come at us a little emotional.
Right.
We need to realize in law enforcement that, look, this person may be a very nice person, but right now they're having a hard time. They may be having the worst day of their life. And it's our job to make sure that they leave that encounter satisfied. You know, we may not be able to please everybody, but we can at least try. And that's what this is. This training is going to put an emphasis on.
Yeah, that's good stuff, because training is very important imperative when we're wearing that uniform. Sheriff, are you guys hiring at the sheriff's office for, you know, when we talk about the county jail or, you know, just the patrolmen?
We are actually. Matter of fact, here at this conference, my recruiters are here. Okay. I've got my recruiting Sergeant Catherine Brown is an absolute rock star, and her recruiters are good at what they do. So the number to call for the sheriff's office if you're interested in applying is 210-335-JOBS. 335-JOBS. And we will actually hire young folks as young as 19 years of age to come and be detention officers. They'll spend a little bit of time in the jail working as detention officers before they can test over into law enforcement. And then the world is your oyster at that point, man. Write your own ticket for your career path. You can study to be an investigator. You can go up the chain and be a supervisor, command staff even.
Right.
You can work in forensics. You know, the sky's the limit on what you can do.
The sky's the limit.
Oh, absolutely. So we'd love to have all these young people call 210-335-JOBS and apply with the sheriff's office.
Is there an email address too also, Sheriff?
You can also check out the sheriff's office website at again, bear.org/BCSO.
All right, well, Sheriff, thanks a lot, man. It's good to see you.
Thanks.
This is our Bexar County Sheriff right here at the 2017 Bexar County Business Conference. We'll be right back. Stay logged on.
Nothing to do this week? Don't miss another. Go to blacksinsanantonio.com for our event calendar. The home of the largest business directory in San Antonio with an African American focus. Sign up today for our weekly e-blast and text message alerts. Help us make this a better community. Connect, empower, grow.
40% of food in America is never eaten.
You have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence.
Hello, I am Commissioner Paulo Elizondo. Welcome to Bexar County. We are here to help you start and grow your small business with the information and resources in the following video.
Bexar County is committed to working with small, minority-owned, women-owned, and veteran-owned businesses, as well as disadvantaged business enterprises and historically underutilized businesses. Our goal is to work together with business owners, regional partners, state and federal agencies, and other resources to deliver the best environment for entrepreneurs and small businesses. Meet the Bexar County Purchasing Agent, Mary Quinones.
Hi, I'm Mary Quinones, Purchasing Agent for Bexar County. I'd like to take this opportunity to encourage you to register at our supplier portal at www.bear.org in order to get bids and solicitations from the Bexar County Purchasing Department. At this time, I would also like to thank you, and we look forward to doing business with you in the future.
So now that you've met our purchasing agent and have seen how to register as a vendor with Bexar County, let's look a bit closer at the options in the supplier portal. On the left side of the page, you see the option of logging in, recovering your username if you forgot, and the option to register as a vendor. The Events tab contains open and active solicitations, including requests for proposal, requests for qualifications, and invitations for bid. To view the events that are currently active, click Browse Open Events. To review past events or bid opportunities, click on the Search Events link. This page contains information on contracts that are pending award, have been awarded, or have closed. Now that you're registered as a vendor and know how to use the Bexar County Supplier Portal, let's look at the links on the Doing Business with Bexar County webpage that can help you identify opportunities for your business. There are many links for you to explore based on the industry or field your business operates in, such as goods and commodities, professional services, facilities management, and construction. Take a look at the resources listed on here to identify opportunities for your business. Another way of accessing county opportunities is through cooperative purchasing, better known as co-ops. These groups and more information on their requirements are listed on this site. Finally, be sure to register on the Contract and Diversity Management System, an online directory of small, minority, women, and veteran-owned businesses. This system is designed for county personnel, businesses, and individuals to identify and reach out to SMWBEs for opportunities, partnerships, and more. So now that you've met our purchasing agent, we also encourage you to operate your business in a secure environment. Bexar County District Attorney's Office provides assistance with reporting hot checks and prosecuting other white-collar crime impacting your business. Now let's listen to our sheriff and find out about the programs they offer.
Hello, I'm Sheriff Javier Salazar. Welcome to the Bexar County Small Business and Entrepreneurship Department. The key aspect to making sure that your business is successful is setting up key safeguards right from the start. Learn how to address and prevent more traditional crimes like theft, robbery, and even employee pilferage. Learn how even you, as a small business owner, can address more global issues like human trafficking, identity theft, and even terrorism. And also learn how you can work together with Bexar County law enforcement to make Bexar County a safer place to live, work, and play. Thank you for watching. We wish you much success in your business venture.
You can find not only this information, but other lists of upcoming events of interest to SMWBE at www.bexar.org/SMWBE. It also offers forums for the community to express its concerns and needs related to the Bexar County procurement process and to share ideas about how SMWBE may better participate in that process.
Here are a few testimonials of how our SWIMBY program has impacted local businesses.
The main way the Small Minority Business Program has helped us is giving us information on how the process works. For example, how do you respond to an RFP? What is an RFP? We've done a great job in the private sector contracting with our company, but on the government side, we've been out of the ball game. So what SWIMBY does is put you in front of decision makers. They have conferences, seminars all year long, and the networking piece is very important. If people know you sort of informally, they may be more apt to take a bid from you. And I think that the SWIMBY has provided us that platform to get to know more people, bid on projects that are in the county. They also put us in contact face-to-face with state, county, federal agencies who can actually make a decision. And so that's a big part of what we do, and we've been very successful. We think the networking is the key component. We've learned and picked up a lot of business just by being in a conference and finding out what other folks are doing. And we found out one thing: everybody likes to eat, and we're in the catering business, and so we're able to present our wares right there, and we've been very successful in that program.
I highly recommend any starting business or small business that wants to achieve the next level of growth to start with the Basic of Constructions course. Then participate in the 2-year program, Mentor Protege program for small businesses. Having access once a month for 2 years to CEOs, CFOs, project managers, vice presidents, and large business owners is an experience that very few small businesses will ever have access to.
AGC has had a long-time relationship with the department. In fact, we've worked closely with the department for over 10 years to help promote small, minority, and women-owned businesses in the construction industry in Bexar County. Specifically, I would recommend programs like the Basics and the Mentor Protege program for small minority and women-owned construction firms in Bexar County.
Call us today at 210-335-2478 or visit www.bear.org/smwbe for more information.
I'm County Manager David Smith, and thank you for watching.
Thank you for tuning back to BVN for this 2017 Bexar County Business Conference. I've got another guest right here, Mr. Dan Curry, the Executive Director with the Bexar County Facilities Management Department. How you doing, Mr. Curry?
Very well. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for taking the time out to talk to us here at this 2017 Business Conference. Tell my viewers a little bit about the business responsibilities with the Management Department, sir, here in the Alamo City.
So facilities management for Bexar County runs about 3 million square feet of county-owned properties.
Okay.
They range from jails to courthouses to parking garages, all manner of things that deal with local county offices. And so we have about a staff of about 130 people that help us maintain those facilities.
Right.
We also do renovations and new construction on new facilities and other things.
Wow, got your hands full, huh?
We do. We're very busy every day.
Now, because you oversee such an extensive collection of the county-owned businesses and facilities, can you tell us how your staff is organized first?
Absolutely. So we have kind of maintenance operations, and then we have capital projects. So maintenance and operations is split into two divisions, each about 1.5 million square feet. One is mostly administrative offices, which is courthouses and admin offices. The other one is our detention division, which handles our juvenile detention and our adult detention centers. And those have division chiefs themselves, and they do a lot of daily maintenance and operations of our facilities. We also have a capital projects team, which does all renovations and new constructions countywide. So we do all county-owned facilities, and that is we have an architect on that team and several people that run projects for us.
So how can these vendors have access to these opportunities in the department?
Well, I would first direct them to our purchasing website, obviously for solicitations that are out there. Got our own facilities management website, bear.org/facilities management.
Yeah, can you tell my viewers exactly what that is, Mr. Curry?
So if you go to bear.org/facilities management, there's a web page that outlines exactly our organizational structure, what services we have, and then obviously other opportunities that are coming up, solicitations that we may have open for consulting services and other things like that.
Okay, so now let's just ask this. If a firm wanted to provide professional services such as architectural, engineering, designs to the county, what's the process, Mr. Curry?
So for our department, we do a solicitation every 2 years. So we went to Commissioner's Court and have a 2-year, what we call it, a pool of consultants. So instead of consulting putting in a request for qualification for every single project and then spending money every time to create those proposals. We have them put out together one consolidated proposal, and we use that pool for all consulting agreements that are less than $500,000. So if you have a consulting agreement that's less than $500,000, we'll issue that directly from the pool based on qualifications, because that's what the state law says, qualifications-based professional services. If it's over that, our court likes us to do individual solicitations for large projects. So if we're designing a parking garage or something that's $10, $20 million, we'll do an individual request for qualifications just for that particular job. But we have numerous projects that are in the $1 to $3 to $5 million range, and we use the pool to use those consulting services.
So what about, let's talk about construction and trade service on facility projects.
So we have lots of stuff that we do in construction. Some things is not within our capabilities. We don't have guys to take down walls and put new walls up. And so sometimes we do informal solicitations for taking down a wall, combining two offices, splitting up one office into two spaces. And we do that through our individual capital projects team. They'll reach out to the market using our SWIMBY office's list of approved contractors and vendors. So we leverage that list very often. So if we need, let's say, someone to do door hardware, we'll go to that list and get everyone on the list that has door hardware and email them out that request for proposals. And so we really try to partner with them on finding that catchment base of people that we can reach out to.
Yeah. Now you said you leverage that, quite often. Just elaborate on that just a little bit on how you leverage that.
So we will do projects that are $10,000 to $20,000 on a weekly basis.
Okay.
So we're constantly moving. The county business is shifting from this to that. Now this person is providing this service or any other things. So what we try to do is we try to stay flexible.
Okay.
And rather than going through a formal solicitation process, it could take 70 to 90 days.
Okay.
If we have something that's under $50,000 that we can deliver, what we'll do is we'll try to get as many people that we know in the market that's registered with our purchasing office and or Swimby office, reach out to them, get proposals from them, an informal solicitation, and then take those things for approval and then do them faster than we can in a typical manner.
Right, you got to be on the list to reach out.
That's right. So
got to be on the list.
If you're not on the list with Swimby or you're not a registered vendor with purchasing, please do that. So that's the resource we use for that list.
Right. Now, facilities management is a unique construction for your department. Can you entail building new structures and renovating existing ones?
Yeah, so our building inventory is a combination of a bunch of different things.
Okay.
We have a courthouse that was built in 1896.
Right.
That requires some kind of special attention when you do construction.
1896, yes, sir.
And then we have other things that we're just now building a new facility that's going to be completed in 2018.
Okay.
So the spectrum runs, and so we have a lot of new construction. We typically hire consultants to do designs. We don't design anything ourselves.
Right.
We hire contractors to build it.
Okay.
We hire commissioning agents to commission the buildings. We hire construction material testers.
Okay.
And we hire a bunch of other services, furniture vendors as well.
Okay.
We hire those guys for new furniture for those facilities. So in new construction, there's the whole gamut of anything you can possibly imagine to deliver that building. We hire out.
You hire out for those services.
Yeah.
Now, for these department to handle these solicitations, how do you do it? Is it the same way for them to reach out and find out what's available when we talk about all these different, entities in the department and opportunities?
So for construction things, we always refer people to the purchasing website. So the bear.org/purchasing. Everything that's formally solicited, whether it's an invitation for bid or a competitive seal proposal, or it's a large CMA risk project, it's going to be posted on that.
Okay.
For professional services, like I said, every 2 years we do that running pool. We also reach out to the other trade organizations, the American Society of Civil Engineers, American Society of Professional Engineers, AIA, and those other membership groups that have professional services associated with them.
Right.
And we broadcast to them our request for qualifications for those professional services.
Okay. Now, can you speak on the opportunities that your department has maintaining the county facilities in a way of maintenance, power washing, maybe drywall or fixture replacement, please?
So we do a ton of work every day. So we spend about $10 million a year just maintaining our buildings.
Right.
And so that goes, like you said, from power washing to window washing to door repair, door hardware, closures. Anything we can't handle ourselves, we need a vendor assistance with.
Right.
Plumbing, electricians are things that we outsource quite frequently.
Right.
Because we don't have the specialized equipment or expertise in-house to do those kind of things.
Right.
And so we use these lists and call those vendors. If you have services that you want to provide to us, tell us about yourselves. A lot of people are parts and supply houses that we may or may not know of.
Right.
We'd love to hear about them because we would love to see if those prices and parts and materials are a better value for the taxpayer than the existing ones.
Right.
But we have no issue with talking to anybody, listening to anybody's pitch, so to speak, or understanding what they provide, and then adding it to our quiver of people. So the more times we can go out and more resources we have, the faster we can do our jobs.
Now, Dan, where does the facilities management publish these current solicitations for goods and services, and construction as well?
So everything we do right now that's a formal solicitation is going to be on our purchasing website.
Okay.
So bear.org/purchasing. The stuff that we do informally, right now we're working on a module in our website to actually post those things.
Okay.
So we can actually publish those. We have a list in the booth here today of all the upcoming solicitations for the next 6 to 9 months.
Okay.
And so we'll publish that today on our website so people can pull that thing down and see those things. But most of like I said, the smaller informal stuff, we're working on a kind of a widget, so to speak, on our website where we can actually publish those things and get that out to the community.
Okay, great. Now, how do you just touched on that for concept, but I want my viewers to know for upcoming opportunities, maybe projects and concepts for preliminary design. Now that's something totally different. Touch on that for me a little bit, Dan, when we talk about, the preliminary design.
So every year we get new capital projects. So every year when we adopt the budget, there's capital initiatives that go out, and so we get anywhere between $8 and $10 million in new projects.
Okay.
And so we leverage that request for proposal pool, which we'll be advertising in November of 2018.
Okay.
For that, to award those projects to those consultants.
Okay. So 2018 in November?
End of 2018 for professional services. We'll do new solicitation, and we'll use that pool for the next 2-year project. So there's probably $20 million of projects coming up in the future that we'll use that pool for.
Okay.
So we have an existing pool that will kind of expire, so to speak, at the end of this year, and then we'll restart with the next.
Yeah, and let's stay on that subject right there, because we're talking about the invitation for bids.
Yeah.
And I want my viewers to know, the request for proposals and also the request for qualifications. So you got 3 different entities.
Yeah,
Touch on those.
So on construction, we do kind of 3 different ways to solicit.
Okay.
We have invitation for bid, which is hard bid, and generally anything that's hard bid is going to be something between $0 to $3 million.
Right.
Because it's just the risk associated with doing the lowest responsible bidder.
Okay.
We think that's about the wheelhouse that we do that. From $3 to $6 million, we do competitive seal proposal or RFP.
Okay.
Which means there's evaluation criteria and dollar amount factored into the bids.
Right.
So we don't pick just the lowest one, we pick the best qualified proposer.
Okay.
For everything projects over $6 million, we're going to do some alternate delivery method, which is design, build, SEMA or risk, and that's through an RFP as well.
Okay.
Requests for qualifications are only professional services. So requests for qualifications are only qualifications based. Doesn't matter what you charge, $3 or $6.
Right.
You base that evaluation on qualifications only.
Okay. Thank you for touching on that.
Yeah.
Now, for my smaller professional service firms, they have a difficult time, competing against these personal pricing and these larger firms. Can you offer, or do you have a selection system that may make it smaller for firms to be competitive?
Absolutely.
And that's a great question.
It is. So what I would tell you is that in the state of Texas, professional services are supposed to be evaluated and awarded based on competence and expertise.
Right.
It has nothing to do with price.
Okay.
Whether one consultant wants to charge me $100 an hour and one wants to charge me $200 an hour, I need to pick the one that is the best qualified for that particular job.
Okay.
So what we do is when we have that pool of respondents in our RFQ, we look at the people that has similar project experience.
Right.
Maybe a prime lead in that, or a project manager in that firm that has specific experience with that particular building type.
Okay.
Or maybe experience with an entity that's in that area, or maybe a master plan that's in there. And we just want to pick it by expertise. And then we go into the part where we ask them for a proposal for their services.
Right.
And to date, we've never rejected anyone's proposal for being too high or too low.
Right.
So I want to make sure that the people out there understand that we award based on qualifications, not price for professional services.
Right.
So,
qualifications,
yes.
Okay. Now, if a vendor has a question, while filing out one of these quotes for bids or a proposal document, can they contact you or your staff?
Absolutely. So if we do formal solicitations, we always push everybody towards the purchasing website. They have a really good question and answer tab on each one of the solicitations.
Okay.
But if you have any questions of us, if you need to call our office.
Okay.
It's our main office number is 335-6735, which is my number.
Yeah. Say that again.
335-6735.
Okay.
And again, we'll get it to the right person. That's actually my line. So whoever it is, you guys can call me and I'll get you to the right person.
Okay. So, now, for my vendors out there, is it the typical insurance requirements?
Yeah. So the general $1 million per occurrence, $2 million aggregate is the general insurance requirements on most of our formal solicitations, and to do those services like plumbing and electricians and other things like that.
Now, do you require the bonding for all your projects?
So we don't.
Okay.
So anything that's formally solicited through the purchasing website, it's a bid bond's required, and then all those other things are required. When we do informal solicitations, we don't require a bond for those.
Okay.
Because we realize those are smaller jobs, the risk to the county is much smaller, and we know that there's other smaller companies that don't necessarily have $1 million bonding capacity that do great work.
Right.
But we want to be able to give them opportunities to do $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000 jobs, maybe up to $300,000 jobs without having to have that bonding requirement.
Right. Now, for my viewers out there, Mr. Curran, if they want more information to, touch on these different entities, how can they contact you again?
Yeah, so the two things is our phone number is 210-335-6735. And again, our website is bear.org/facilities management. And again, if you want to go to the specific solicitations that are out right now, you can go to the purchasing website at bear.org/purchasing.
That's good stuff. Mr. Curry, I want to thank you.
No problem.
Mr. Curry right here with the County Facilities Management. We're right here live at the 2017 Bexar County Business Conference. I'll be coming right back. Stay logged on for more right here at this 2017 Business Conference right here on Black Video News.
Welcome. I'm Bexar County Clerk Gerard Rickoff. Perhaps you've been thinking about opening your own business. You begin in my office by establishing a DBA. Let's get started.
This is Susan. Susan is a veteran. She has an awesome business name, and because she knows not to use her social security number for her business, she now has to register for a DBA or doing business as. It's much simpler than you think. Once you have your preferred business name, visit the Bexar County Clerk's office at Bexar County Paul Elizondo Tower, 210-335-2223. It's easy to find because it's right next to the courthouse. Go to the first floor, Suite 120, behind the Notary Public on-site window. This is where you will file the official registration of your business or company with a DBA. Again, do not use your social security number to do business. Use your EIN. You can find information on how to file, obtain needed forms, and answer any questions online at www.bear.org/smwbe or by calling 210-335-2478. Now go make your dream a reality and take the first step to start your business today. Attention veterans! Bexar County also provides services for veterans through the Bexar County Veterans Service Office.
The mission of our office is essentially to advocate on behalf of veterans to the Department of Veterans Affairs, to state agencies and other local organizations. Our goal is to assist every single transitioning military member and veteran to be successful post their military service. So whether that's applying for benefits through the Department of Veterans Affairs or connecting them with resources that will help them in entrepreneurship, employment, their education, any aspect of their life that's going to affect their livelihood, we want to assist them along the way.
Call us today at 210-335-2478 or visit www.bear.org/smwbe for more information.
I'm County Manager David Smith, and thank you for watching.
Hello, I'm Commissioner Kevin Wolf. Welcome to Bexar County. We are here to help you start and grow your small business with the information and resources in the following video. Bexar County supports our small business owners and entrepreneurs chasing their piece of the American dream. The information in this video will help get you started on the path to success.
This is Jim. Jim is like you. He has a great business idea, and the first thing he asked was, what do I need to do to start a business? First, name your business. Now that you have chosen a business name, let's take a trip to the Bexar County Clerk's office, located at 101 West Nueva, Suite 120, 210-335-2223. Here, you can check to see if your business name is available and file your assumed name certificate, or DBA. The next step is to acquire your employer identification number, or EIN. This will identify your business to the IRS for tax purposes. Don't forget, do not use your social security number to do business. Use your EIN. Next, you will use your EIN to help open a business bank account. You can obtain your EIN either online at www.irs.gov or the local San Antonio IRS tax office located at 8626 Tesoro Drive. Now, go make your dream a reality and take the first step to start your business today. Listen to how working with Bexar County helped local business to grow.
This department has helped me unbelievably. It has allowed me to compete in areas and businesses that I would not have an opportunity to do so. Without SWIMBY, I would not have been able to learn and grow in an environment that allows me to grow at a different level. I can compete and have competed with large brokerage houses because of SWIMBY.
Well, this program is an awesome way of empowering any business, especially ours, because we kind of fit a niche market. But it empowers the individual who wants to do business at all levels, starting with the county, the city, and moving up to state and federal, to really become a vendor and also see the transparency of how to go through the motions of doing those things.
The Small Business Development Department has been invaluable to our company in regards to growing ourselves in finances, business planning, bid proposals, and in particularly involving ourselves with the Bexar County Mentor Protege Program. It was before starting or finding out about the Small Business Department, we started our own business, kind of learning it a step at a time and probably in the not most organized fashion. But through word of mouth, finding out about the Small Business Department, it accelerated our business.
If you have been in business at least 2 years or more in the construction industry, I would highly recommend the Mentor Protege Program with Bexar County. It would help you strengthen your administration and operation part of the business.
Call us today at 210-335-2478 or visit www.bear.org/SMWBE for more information.
I'm County Manager David Smith, and thank you for watching.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
40% of food in America is never eaten.
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes. And way over here, busy moms. No?
I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Nothing to do this week? Don't miss another event.
I see the future.
Go to blacksinsanantonio.com for our event calendar. The home of the largest business directory in San Antonio with an African American focus. Sign up today for our weekly e-blast and text message alerts. Help us make this a better community. Connect, empower, grow.
thank you for logging back at this 2017 Business County Conference right here at the Expo Hall. Yes, I'm back with another guest for this 2017 Business Conference. I have our tax assessor collector right here today. Get ready to talk to us on BVN, Mr. Albert Uresti. How you doing, Mr. Uresti?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you for joining us at this conference, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Let's go right into it. Tell us a little bit about what your department responsibilities are, sir.
Well, the Bexar County Tax Assessor Collector is obviously, responsible for collecting the taxes in Bexar County, and
yes,
we
sir.
collect, over $3 billion, and with the motor vehicle and everything, we bring in about $4 billion a year. So it's a pretty big operation.
$4 billion a year, huh?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's a lot of money there.
It is.
Now, some folks, individuals as well as business owners, confuse the tax office with the appraisal district. Can you explain the difference to my viewers out there?
Well, this is kind of always my favorite part because, as you know, a lot of people think that the tax assessor collector is responsible for their taxes to continue to rise up. But
yes, sir.
The tax assessor does not set your property values. That is done by the Bexar Appraisal District. Also, the tax assessor does not establish your tax rates. That's done by the different taxing entities such as the school district, the city, and what have you. So what we do is we collect the taxes and disperse them to the different taxing entities. But we do not set property values.
Okay, yeah, that's good. I wanted that point to be, well heard, where people can understand exactly what your office does. Now, some folks and individuals, of course, for taxing purposes, you assess and collect tax both on real property such as land and building, but also value of contents within the building such as machinery and technology. Is that correct, sir?
That's correct. Any equipment or furniture that is part of your business that is used to generate income for your business is taxable.
Okay. Can elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, for instance, if you have 2 trucks and you have a computer and copy machine, all that has to be rendered to the Bexar Appraisal District.
Okay.
If it's not rendered, what will happen is the appraisal district will go by, they will estimate it, and you'll also get a 10% penalty. So all this needs to be done by April 1st. It's really, really important. I can't tell you how many businesses fail to do this, and because of that, they're overpaying on their taxes.
On their taxes,
yes,
overpaying by not paying attention to those things. Now, if I wanted to dispute the valuation of my property or business, is your department the correct department to contact?
No, it's not.
Okay, well let's go ahead and touch on that.
Well, when you're going to receive in March, you're going to receive a statement. It's called a value increase notice. If your property goes up in value by $1,000 or more, you're going to receive this notice.
Okay.
You have until March 15th to appeal your values.
Okay.
I'm sorry, till May 15th to appeal your values. If you're not satisfied with what the assessment was or what the appraisal was by the appraisal district, you can file to appeal your property values, and you'll get a informal hearing and a formal hearing. And even at that point, if you're still not satisfied, you can always go to district court. But it's very, very important, because I can tell you, if you miss the deadline, it's not going to happen that year. So we have a lot of people, we encourage them to look at it. Now, I will tell you one thing, I also get calls from senior citizens because their property values are going up.
Right.
That are 65 and over, they have what's called a tax freeze.
Okay.
So even though they see their values going up, their taxes are not going up because their taxes are frozen. So for instance, if you're paying $2,000 a year when you turn 65, you're going to pay $2,000 a year for the rest of your life as long as you live in that house. It will fluctuate a little bit because the hospital district and the river authority do not participate in this tax freeze, but their taxes are lower, so it's not going to affect you that much. But by and large, your taxes will remain the same once you turn 65.
It seems like they're pretty locked in at 65.
Yes,
right
they are. So there are some good things about turning 65.
Okay, there are some good things. Now, if I simply cannot afford to pay my taxes in a lump sum, and is there a payment plan or some type of deferment available? for those people out there that are, having those issues?
There are 254 counties in the state of Texas.
Okay.
Bexar County has the most payment plans offered to its citizens of any county in the state of Texas. And there are numerous payment plans that our citizens can take advantage of and our businesses.
Okay.
One plan that everybody is eligible for and that we have over 75,000 people participating in is our half payment plan.
Right.
So you can pay half your taxes by November 30th.
Okay.
And the other half is not due until June 30th.
Okay.
We also have a prepayment plan, which is great for businesses, and that is something that we encourage businesses to do. So you set up your payment plans, for 10 months. And you make your payments, and Christmas comes around, hey, it's a little bit tight on money. Right. So you just say, hey, I'm not going to make my payment. No harm, no foul, because what we're doing basically is setting you up an escrow account. It's your money.
Okay.
And you can just come back later on and pay that. In October, we will send you a bill.
Right.
And your balance will be on there, and then you'll pay your taxes in. Additionally, we have a quarter payment plan. Now, this is only for 65 and over.
Okay, 65 and older again, okay.
Disabled citizens and disabled veterans. And so you can pay that by state law. You're allowed to pay your property taxes in 4 payments.
Okay.
Per year.
Right.
What is unique about Bexar County is out of the 254 counties in the state of Texas, Bexar County is the only county that has a 10-month payment plan for its senior citizens.
Oh, wow.
Nobody else has it, and we're really proud of it.
Say that again, because I want my viewers to hear that.
Bexar County is the only county in the state of Texas that has a 10-month payment plan for its senior citizens, its disabled, and its disabled veterans. Nobody else has this program in the state.
Wow, Bexar County's the only one.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's good information. Now, are there any locations available for me to make my payment?
We have 4 locations. We have our one downtown, which is 233 North Pecos. Okay. We have a location on the south side. It's on Pleasanton Road. I don't have the exact address. We have one on the northeast side, which is on Nacogdoches, and then we have one on the northwest side, which is on Gilboa Road.
Now, do you oversee all these different locations?
Yes, I do. Yes, sir.
Okay, you do, huh?
And you can go in there and pay your property taxes. You can go in there and pay, of course, I don't know if we're going to talk about this, but one of the big operations that we have is motor vehicle. As a matter of fact, that's the largest part of our operation. And we do over 2 million vehicle registration and title transfers per year.
Wow.
So we do quite a bit, and we're able to do all that at any of our locations.
Now, do all of these locations have the same operating hours?
We are open every day from 8 a.m. till 4:45 p.m. On Wednesdays, all 4 of our locations have extended hours and are open till 6:30 p.m.
Till 6:30 p.m.
And it's a lot of people take advantage of that now because it allows them not to have to miss work. We want to make it easier for our citizens. We want people to be able to go by and hey, 6:30, you got to get there at 6:15. We'll still be there, and we'll be there till 6:30.
Yeah, it seems like you're making it available for people to get to you all. Now, when I had to appear at your office, I noticed there were some wait times that have decreased tremendously over the past years. How have you accomplished that, Albert, over the years, with this decrease in the waiting?
I think first and foremost is we care. I care.
Right.
I mean, I really want the citizens to know how much I care, how important my job is, and how important it is to provide the best customer service possible. The 2 complaints I got when I was running for office 6 years ago was that the lines were too long, and people did not like the way they were treated.
Okay.
And those are the 2 things that I have really placed a lot of emphasis on. Okay. Obviously, we've cut down the lines by installing a queuing system. We've rearranged the way that we do business. We have express lines. We also have seating.
Wow, okay.
I can't tell you the thousands of compliments that we have literally gotten because people love to sit in there, and it's not just for senior citizens.
Right.
It's not just for disabled. It's for that mom or dad that goes in there and has 2-3 kids with them.
Right.
It can be a challenge if you're standing in line for 5 minutes.
Yeah, it sure can, especially if you've been working all day.
Yeah. So now you give them that little iPad game thing that all these kids use, and they'll sit there, for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and not bother anybody. The other thing, it was important for the employees to buy into what we wanted to do. And so because of them, and because of my staff, because obviously there's no way I could do it alone, we have worked very hard to decrease the wait times, and something we're really, really proud of.
Wow, yeah, that's good stuff. You've taken notice and you've made the adjustments.
Exactly.
Customer service right here at Bexar County. Now, for more information for people, our seniors and our vendors and firms, how can they get more information from your office?
You can go to our website, and that's at it's BexarCounty.org, and then you can navigate to the tax office. You can also call our office at 210-335-2251.
Okay.
And
what's that number again, Mr. Uresti?
210-335-2251. And we encourage everybody to call, and if you have any questions, we'll help you. And if there's, I can tell you, I get calls for everything. I get calls for dogs, I get calls for streets, I get calls for and if we don't know the answer, we're going to find it for you.
Or you'll direct them to the right person.
We'll direct them to the right person. Matter of fact, I don't even know we should mention it, but I had a call the other day. It was one of the strangest calls I got. Got a person call me, and his wife won $288,000 in Las Vegas.
Okay.
And I asked him, so what's your problem?
Right. Yeah, what's the problem?
What's the problem?
Yeah, you just hit the jackpot.
Yeah,
huh?
but then he said he was having problems, that they didn't want to pay him and all, but they called me to ask me what they should do. So I get all the calls.
You get all of the calls, huh, Mr. Uresti? Well, Mr. Uresti, very informative information here at this business conference. I want to thank you for taking the time out. And I also want to wish you and your wife a happy anniversary, sir.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary. 44 years of marriage, huh?
And I know out there, I don't look that old, but yes, I've been married 44 years.
Well, happy anniversary. Hey, stay logged on right here at this 2017 business conference. We're at the Expo Hall. We'll be right back right here on Black Video News.
Hello, I am Commissioner Paul Elizondo. Welcome to Bexar County. We are here to help you start and grow your small business with the information and resources in the following video.
Bexar County is committed to working with small, minority-owned, women-owned, and veteran-owned businesses, as well as disadvantaged business enterprises and historically underutilized businesses. Our goal is to work together with business owners, regional partners, state and federal agencies, and other resources to deliver the best environment for entrepreneurs and small businesses. Meet the Bexar County Purchasing Agent, Mary Quinones.
Hi, I'm Mary Quinones, Purchasing Agent for Bexar County. I'd like to take this opportunity to encourage you to register at our supplier portal at www.bear.org in order to get bids and solicitations from the Bexar County Purchasing Department. At this time, I would also like to thank you, and we look forward to doing business with you in the future.
So now that you've met our purchasing agent and have seen how to register as a vendor with Bexar County, let's look a bit closer at the options in the supplier portal. On the left side of the page, you see the option of logging in, recovering your username if you forgot, and the option to register as a vendor. The Events tab contains open and active solicitations, including requests for proposal, requests for qualifications, and invitations for bid. To view the events that are currently active, click Browse Open Events. To review past events or bid opportunities, click on the Search Events link. This page contains information on contracts that are pending award, have been awarded, or have closed. Now that you're registered as a vendor and know how to use the Bexar County Supplier Portal, let's look at the links on the Doing Business with Bexar County webpage that can help you identify opportunities for your business. There are many links for you to explore based on the industry or field your business operates in, such as goods and commodities, professional services, facilities management, and construction. Take a look at the resources listed on here to identify opportunities for your business. Another way of accessing county opportunities is through cooperative purchasing, better known as co-ops. These groups and more information on their requirements are listed on this site. Finally, be sure to register on the Contract and Diversity Management System, an online directory of small, minority, women, and veteran-owned businesses. This system is designed for county personnel, businesses, and individuals to identify and reach out to SMWBEs for opportunities, partnerships, and more. So now that you've met our purchasing agent, we also encourage you to operate your business in a secure environment. Bexar County District Attorney's Office provides assistance with reporting hot checks and prosecuting other white-collar crime impacting your business. Now let's listen to our sheriff and find out about the programs they offer.
Hello, I'm Sheriff Javier Salazar. Welcome to the Bexar County Small Business and Entrepreneurship Department. The key aspect to making sure that your business is successful is setting up key safeguards right from the start. Learn how to address and prevent more traditional crimes like theft, robbery, and even employee pilferage. Learn how even you, as a small business owner, can address more global issues like human trafficking, identity theft, and even terrorism. And also learn how you can work together with Bexar County law enforcement to make Bexar County a safer place to live, work, and play. Thank you for watching. We wish you much success in your business venture.
You can find not only this information, but other lists of upcoming events of interest to SMWBE at www.bear.org/SMWBE. It also offers forums for the community to express its concerns and needs related to the Bexar County procurement process and to share ideas about how SMWBE may better participate in that process.
Here are a few testimonials of how our SWIMBY program has impacted local businesses.
The main way the Small Minority Business Program has helped us is giving us information on how the process works. For example, how do you respond to the RFP? What is an RFP? We've done a great job in the private sector contracting with our company, but on the government side, we've been out of the ball game. So what SWIMBY does is put you in front of decision makers. They have conferences, seminars all year long, and the networking piece is very important. If people know you sort of informally, they may be more apt to take a bid from you. And I think that the SWIMBY has provided us that platform to get to know more people, bid on projects that are in the county. They also put us in contact face-to-face with state, county, federal agencies who can actually make a decision. And so that's a big part of what we do, and we've been very successful. We think the networking is the key component. We've learned and picked up a lot of business just by being in a conference and finding out what other folks are doing. And we found out one thing: everybody likes to eat, and we're in the catering business, and so we're able to present our wares right there, and we've been very successful in that program.
I highly recommend any starting business or small business that wants to achieve the next level of growth to start with the Basic of Constructions course. Then participate in the 2-year program, Mentor Protege program for small businesses. Having access once a month for 2 years to CEOs, CFOs, project managers, vice presidents, and large business owners is an experience that very few small businesses will ever have access to.
AGC has had a long-time relationship with the department. In fact, we've worked closely with the department for over 10 years to help promote small, minority, and women-owned businesses in the construction industry in Bexar County. Specifically, I would recommend programs like the Basics and the Mentor Protege program for small, minority, and women-owned construction firms in Bexar County.
Call us today at 210-335-2478 or visit www.bear.org/SMWBE for more information.
I'm County Manager David Smith, and thank you for watching.
Hello, I am Commissioner Paul Elizondo. Welcome to Bexar County. We are here to help you start and grow your small business with the information and resources in the following video.
Bexar County is committed to working with small, minority-owned, women-owned, and veteran-owned businesses, as well as disadvantaged business enterprises and historically underutilized businesses. Our goal is to work together with business owners, regional partners, state and federal agencies, and other resources to deliver the best environment for entrepreneurs and small businesses. Meet the Bexar County Purchasing Agent, Mary Quinones.
Hi, I'm Mary Quinones, Purchasing Agent for Bexar County. I'd like to take this opportunity to encourage you to register at our supplier portal at www.bear.org in order to get bids and solicitations from the Bexar County Purchasing Department. At this time, I would also like to thank you, and we look forward to doing business with you in the future.
So now that you've met our purchasing agent and have seen how to register as a vendor with Bexar County, let's look a bit closer at the options in the supplier portal. On the left side of the page, you see the option of logging in, recovering your username if you forgot, and the option to register as a vendor. The Events tab contains open and active solicitations, including requests for proposal, requests for qualifications, and invitations for bid. To view the events that are currently active, click Browse Open Events. To review past events or bid opportunities, click on the Search Events link. This page contains information on contracts that are pending award, have been awarded, or have closed. Now that you're registered as a vendor and know how to use the Bexar County Supplier Portal, let's look at the links on the Doing Business with Bexar County webpage that can help you identify opportunities for your business. There are many links for you to explore based on the industry or field your business operates in, such as goods and commodities, professional services, facilities management, and construction. Take a look at the resources listed on here to identify opportunities for your business. Another way of accessing county opportunities is through cooperative purchasing, better known as co-ops. These groups and more information on their requirements are listed on this site. Finally, be sure to register on the Contract and Diversity Management System, an online directory of small, minority, women, and veteran-owned businesses. This system is designed for county personnel, businesses, and individuals to identify and reach out to SMWBEs for opportunities, partnerships, and more. So now that you've met our purchasing agent, we also encourage you to operate your business in a secure environment. Bexar County District Attorney's Office provides assistance with reporting hot checks and prosecuting other white-collar crime impacting your business. Now let's listen to our sheriff and find out about the programs they offer.
Hello, I'm Sheriff Javier Salazar. Welcome to the Bexar County Small Business and Entrepreneurship Department. The key aspect to making sure that your business is successful is setting up key safeguards right from the start. Learn how to address and prevent more traditional crimes like theft, robbery, and even employee pilferage. Learn how even you, as a small business owner, can address more global issues like human trafficking, identity theft, and even terrorism, and also learn how you can work together with Bexar County law enforcement to make Bexar County a safer place to live, work, and play. Thank you for watching. We wish you much success in your business venture.
You can find not only this information, but other lists of upcoming events of interest to SMWBE at www.bear.org/SMWBE. It also offers forums for the community to express its concerns and needs related to the Bexar County procurement process and to share ideas about how SMWBE may better participate in that process.
Here are a few testimonials of how our SWIMBY program has impacted local businesses.
The main way the small minority